So we've taken care of our look at the moment. If you want to browse through there, some other things you can look at, like widgets. We're going to go ahead and populate some possible widgets automatically. If you go with the small business website hosting template, they should be already preset. But if you're starting from scratch and doing your own, we'll take up this section in a later parts, some of the more advanced type things. But one of the things we really want to look at to set our website up is we want to look at some plugins here. So we want to go into we can just click on the plugins icon, and plugins are basically neat little add-on programs to WordPress. That's one of the biggest benefits of WordPress, is just the sheer volume and number of plugins that are available. And there's some really good ones that I use. It's the Posty, Google Sitemaps, and Excomment. That does some spam checking. So what we want to do first, though, is some of these almost always need to be equipped update. So if we look at like the Google XML sitemaps, we can click on these and get them upgraded automatically. It's all done, so we return to the plugins page. We want to update Posty. Now Chromeless Posty will always say that it needs a new update. And I don't bother upgrading Excomment. I can never say that. I never bother upgrading this one because it doesn't seem to work always properly the way I like it. But the ones we want to activate are Chromeless Posty, Google XML Sitemaps, Posty, and you can either add or use these if you choose. But those are the three that I think are essential for what we're going to do on these plugins. And then we click on those three, and you can activate the Excomment also, but you'll need to go to WordPress and get your own WordPress API, and we'll talk about that in the advanced sections. But for now we'll do it without it. We'll click on activate and apply, and that basically will turn these plugins on so we can use them at a later date. Okay, so that's what we're going to do with plugins. The next thing we're going to do is to go into our settings. Now we can shorten some of these up so they'll all fit in here, but the settings are where we can do some more detailed stuff. So let's go to the general tab and we can double check these. So let me just fix this because I put an apostrophe in there. We can go down through here, some things that we really want to do. Depending on how you're going to set this up, I allow people to register, but I don't allow them to post. We can check our configurations there for this. Any configuration changes we make here, make sure you save them. Some more important places, the writing tab, the settings on the writing side of the post. One of the things we do want to do here for later on down the road when we do some advanced integration, we want to make sure this XML RPC thing here is enabled. I won't go into the details, but basically it's a method that we can have servers talk to each other, and we're going to use that to be able to upload our blogs automatically using email that way. So if we click on Save Changes to that one, we're going to go to the reading excuse me, and just double check. I usually like to turn up the RSS feeds to at least 15 posts, 10 on the blog pages, so that we don't overload them with the number of links. But with RSS feeds I like to do 15, so we save the changes. We'll go to the discussions. This is the one where we're going to decide whether we allow people to post comments or not. Now, one of the things that I usually just leave on is the pingbacks and trackbacks from other blogs. It can give you some good backlinks and stuff. I usually require users to be registered and log in to comment. Since we're going to be posting automatically, I do not want to get an email every time somebody posts a comment, but I am going to hold everything for moderation, because when we post through the email, it's already going to be moderated and approved. But using this setting, we'll be able to see anybody that tries to post a blog to us or post a comment to our blogs, and not our automatic posting. and I always select the administrator must always approve the comment. Now these are for our promotional blogs, so if you want this as a pure interactive, having visitors come and post, you may not want to do this in this particular fashion. But for our purposes and the way I run our blogs, where I run my blogs for article marketing, I don't allow people to post there unless it's a good blog, and it's usually only a couple. So then we can scroll down through here. There's some other sections that I rarely ever use because since we don't allow the comments, I'm moderating everyone. We don't have to fill out the blacklist. Avatars, I could care less myself whether, but it's a personal preference. For these particular templates, it really doesn't matter, and for these purposes, because we just don't have any in it. So we want to save these changes. So these things here, these 4 settings here, are the basic overviews and the basic parts of setting up the blogs, the general writing, reading, and discussion. And now we're going to go and talk about the specifics. One of the things we always want to do is the XML sitemaps, because that sends the information to Google. Again, here's another reason why I like to use WordPress, because it automatically will build Google compliant sitemaps and automatically submit them to Google and to Bing and to Yahoo if you have an ID, and it just automatically takes care of these things for you, and it's posting based on those RSS configurations we set up earlier. So we want to build it. Click here first. Now this may error the first time because we don't have any articles in here at the moment, but it worked fine. Okay, it's telling us that Posty is ready as well, and we'll talk about Posty and in one of our more advanced ones. But basically these are the minimal settings and minimal setups that you can do, or you should do, every time you set up a WordPress blog. And we'll take up some more of the advanced features and some more configuration items in the next version, or the next part of this series. Thanks.